we've covered a bunch of people that are involved in this before, and this is some really high-tier political drama, in my opinion. I really enjoy a good political drama. And I want to give you guys a flavor, so that way you can understand the general background, right? The general background on what is going on with this. And I found this video that I think sums up the vast majority of everything that I would need to go ahead and say, which is thankfully involving one of the people who is critically involved, and that is Vivek Ramaswamy. For those of you that don't know, Vivek Ramaswamy was a person who was in the running for the candidacy for the Republican Party in the 2024 primary. He's an entrepreneur and also had this absolutely fascinating conversation with Ann Coulter, just so you get a flavor of what we're about to be getting into.
Thanks for coming on, and I'm looking forward to our conversation today.
Me too. Thanks for having me. That was a fantastic opening monologue. I too am a fan of yours, so I'm going to make a point of disagreeing with you so that it will be fun. You are so bright and articulate, and I guess I can call you articulate since you're not an American black. Can't say that about them. That's derogatory. And that was a great opening segment. Lots of things to talk about there. Oh, and I agreed with many things you said during. In fact, probably more than most other candidates when you were running for president. But I still would not have voted for you because you're an Indian. We'll get back to that. And it's directly related to what you were just talking about. You know, the thing about nationalism, you're totally right. It is like...
This is one of my favorite clips on the internet. Every single time I see it, I love it. Because for some reason... they just title it as introduction. And it's like, you know, it's Vivek when Ann Coulter makes fun of the blacks. Okay? 20 seconds later, Vivek when she makes fun of Indian Americans. Dude, it's night and day. Literally night and day. Okay? This is old though. Okay? This came out on May 8th, 2024, after Vivek went ahead, bent the knee, and started, you know, guzzling up to Trump, right? Okay. That's when this interview occurred, all right? So, as you can see, this is what we would call a beta male, okay? This is what you would call a beta male, because obviously, no respect for himself, no respect for anything about himself, literal loser. This is someone you can adequately bully, and it's fine. Okay. What do you mean Trump? I meant Vivek was guzzling up to Trump, Grackle. Anyways, regardless of all that, right? Yesterday, Vivek started an absolute firestorm on Twitter with one tweet. And that is Vivek Ramaswamy saying, the reason top tech companies often hire foreign-born and first-generation engineers over Native Americans isn't because of a innate American IQ deficit, a lazy and wrong explanation. A key part of it comes down to the C word, culture. Tough questions demand tough answers, and if we're really serious about fixing the problem, we have to confront the truth. Our American culture has venerated mediocrity over excellence for way too long, at least since the 90s and likely longer. That doesn't start in college, it starts young. A culture that celebrates the prom queen over the math Olympiad champ or the jock over the valedictorian will not produce the best engineers. So, every time you people say I'm being racist to white people and Americans, apparently we have a culture all of a sudden. And now, not only that, we're getting the racism back, dude. It's happening. It's happening, okay? A culture that venerates Corey from Boy Meets World, or Zack and Slater over Screech in Saved by the Bell, or Stefan over Steve Urkel in Family Matters will not produce the best engineers. Fact, I know multiple sets of immigrant parents in the 90s who actively limited how much their kids could watch those TV shows precisely because they promoted mediocrity, and their kids went on to become wildly successful STEM graduates. More movies like Whiplash, fewer reruns of Friends, more math tutoring, fewer sleepovers, more weekend science competition, fewer Saturday morning cartoons, more books, less TV, more creating, less chillin', more extracurriculars, less hanging out at the mall, more going ahead and giving up your childhood so that you can fit our capitalist fucking needs. Oh, sorry. Most normal American parents look skeptically at those kinds of parents. The more normal American kids view such of those kinds of kids with scorn. If you grow aspiring to normalcy, normalcy is what you will achieve. Now close your eyes and visualize which families you knew in the 90s or even now who raise their kids according to one model versus the other. Be brutally honest. Normalcy doesn't cut it in a hyper-competitive global market for technical talent. If we pretend like it does, we'll have our asses handed to us by China. This can be our Sputnik moment. We've awakened from a slumber before, and we can do it again. Trump's election hopefully marks the beginning of a new golden age in America, but only if our culture fully wakes up. A culture that once again prioritizes achievement over normalcy, excellence over mediocrity, nerdiness over conformity, hard work over laziness. That's just the work we have cut out for us, rather than wallowing in victimhood and just wishing or legislating alternative hiring practices into existence. I'm confident we can do it. Just better off. So that's what Vivek has to say. American culture, he's coming for it. Now, to be clear, this didn't go well. This didn't go well, except for the fact that there's this guy, Elon Musk. His father groomed a child after adopting her at a young age until he could go ahead and impregnate her when she reached adulthood, right? Elon Musk, owner of the brand formerly known as Twitter, has been going and making some incredible retweets. For instance, after Vivek went ahead and made this first push, Elon retweeted this from Alex Stapp. Only 14% of US residents are immigrants, but immigrants are responsible for 36% of aggregate innovation. 2/3 of this contribution is due to making their native-born collaborators better. And in a second tweet, Elon had gone ahead and said this. Maybe this helpful clarification. I'm referring to bringing in via legal immigration the top 0.1% of engineering talent as being essential for America to keep winning. This is like bringing in the Jokic's or Wembys of the world to help your whole team, which is mostly Americans, win the NBA. Thinking of America as a pro sports dream has been winning for a long time and wants to keep winning is the right mental construct. By the way, I recommend following Kaizen. He's a clear thinker. So, a lot of these tech bros are going to heavily depend on foreign talent. So immigration is a very good thing for them. They kind of need that to happen. Now, unfortunately, one of the issues that comes up with when you win an election with people who are literally claiming they want to deport 10 million unauthorized immigrants or something. Was it 20 million at one point? And then we had 10 million, and Grackle would go ahead and just make up some lies about, like, you know, people not saying these things. We'd have to drag it all up and whatever. But, you know, probably not the best for them, right? So, of course, all of this ends up getting to this person, Laura Loomer. So, Laura Loomer has gone ahead and decided to launch that first salvo. All right. AI will take over tech support big time in 2025. Laura Loomer reposts, if that's the case, then why do we need to import more Indians into America, Elon? What are all these unemployed immigrants going to do in our country once AI takes over their jobs, aside from making it hard for employed American IT workers to get jobs? Because we need to go ahead and really up the racism. if you don't know about Laura Loomer, we've covered her before in another video, and she says some crazy stuff. She's made claims about Lindsey Graham being gay, which, you know, she's made claims about a myriad of people that we've covered before, as well as just spouting some insane stuff that she wouldn't get into a cab of somebody who is of Middle Eastern descent, even if it would cause her to be late for her job. So regardless of all that, Laura Loomer has decided to take up the white American flag against all of the rampaging immigrants. And what happens next will shock you. Laura Loomer. Wow, David Sachs podcast host and friend at Jason just said we need to import 5 million immigrants into the US every year for the next 20 years. Allowing big tech executives into Mar-a-Lago is going to be the death of our country, isn't it? Jason wants our national population to be 1 billion. He wants to turn our country into a third world shithole. This is an associate of a man who is appointed to be AI and crypto czar and the incoming Trump admin. We need to reevaluate some of these nominations. And this was in response to a person quite literally saying we should be trying to grow America to be 1 billion Americans. I'm just going to be honest. I think we'll get there. Just give it some time, you know, maybe make it so that people want to reproduce here. That's probably the easiest way, you know, but hey, it's just me saying that. Anyways, Laura continued in her squeals yesterday. The base listened to me because I don't ask for anything, and I've been fighting for MAGA since the beginning. I've skin in the game too. Look what big tech did to me. They deplatformed and debanked me the same way they did to President Trump after J6. I had to live like a second-class citizen for 7 years while fighting against big tech supremacy and big tech election interference. I fought big tech to fight for Trump and election integrity. I fought for the millions of Americans who have been silenced by big tech bullies. I fight for all of you every day, and I'm not getting anything in return, and I'm happy to do it. I fight because you're worth fighting for. Donald Trump is worth fighting for. America is worth fighting for. Why should people ignore concerns from Trump's base and the hardworking American tech workers who are being replaced by immigrants for cheap labor? We are done being ignored for billionaires. America first. We will support Trump's immigration policies. He's conveyed his policy very loud and clear 7 years ago. You can see it below. I support Trump and his policies to limit H-1B visas. Right? And this is like because Elon is starting to get really in with Loomer, right? And Loomer posted this video.
Decades, this company has served the needs of American workers. It's time we had a federal government that does the same. The Buy and Hire American order I'm about to sign will help protect workers and students like those of you in the audience today. This historic action declares that the policy of our government is to aggressively promote and use American-made goods and to ensure that American labor is hired to do the job. Right now, widespread abuse in our immigration system is allowing American workers of all backgrounds to be replaced by workers brought in from other countries to fill the same job for sometimes less pay. This will stop. American workers have long called for reforms to end these visa abuses, and today their calls are being answered for the first time.
So, Laura Loomer, with the facts that Trump does support stopping all the illegal immigration, and every tech bro out there is like, oh no, this is going to ruin our entire industry. Oh no. But Laura Loomer, oh my, it looks like we're having a conversation once and for all. I stand with Trump and his plan to limit H-1B visas. This is an amazing video. Everyone should watch it. I love President Trump from 2016, and Laura Loomer posted a tweet from Trump in 2016. Twump. Donald J. Trump, position on visas. Megyn Kelly asked about highly skilled immigration. The H-1B program is neither high skilled nor immigration. These are temporary foreign workers imported from abroad for the explicit purpose of substituting for Americans at low pay. I remain totally committed to eliminating rampant, widespread H-1B abuse and ending outrageous practices such as those that occurred at Disney in Florida when Americans were forced to train their foreign replacements. I will end forever the use of H-1B as a cheap labor program and institute an absolute requirement to hire American workers first for every visa and immigration program. No exceptions. And then, going further than that, though, Elon did actually have a response to this, which is just a reminder the algorithm is trying to maximize unregretted user seconds. If far more credible verified subscriber accounts, not bots, mute and block your account compared to those who like your post, your reach will decline significantly. So, Laura says, Elon's creating a new algorithm to deal with the feisty Jewess during Hanukkah. I am quoting her. This is not me being anti-Semitic. I'm allowed to just quote her, and it's fine. It's totally fine. She's the one that said it. I don't care. I do not care. Who defines what is far more credible is? China? I love when these freaks eat their own. This is like the thing, is like, I mostly did this only so that way we could take people like Grackle and like a dog that has a tail, allow them to chase it, right? Okay? Anyways, Laura then apparently changing the algorithm wasn't enough for Elon. And now Laura has a conspiracy theory that, I'm going to be honest, I'm pretty sure it's true. Okay? Saying, breaking, Elon Musk has removed my blue check mark on X because I dared question his support for H-1B visas, the replacement of American tech workers by Indian immigrants, and I questioned his relationship with China. Looks like Elon Musk is going to be silencing me for supporting original Trump immigration policies. I have always been America first and a diehard supporter of President Trump, and I believe that promises made should be promises kept. Donald Trump promised to remove the H-1B visa program, and I support his policy. Now, as one of Trump's biggest supporters, I'm having my free speech silenced by a tech billionaire for simply questioning the tech oligarchy. Elon has decided to retaliate by removing my blue check and demonetizing me. I guess he doesn't really believe in free speech after all. Follow me on Truth Social. And not only that, so Musk, after promoting Twitter as the marketplace of free ideas, that you just got to pay like what, $12 or something a month to go ahead and have like the same impressions as somebody who pays $12 a month and everything for the marketplace, free market. Anyways, so Elon Musk is apparently silencing his critics, which I want to say, when it comes to Lauren Loomer, just based. Okay, just based. Like, Lauren Loomer's a nut job, dude. Okay, like, this is a person who probably should just be putting the fries in the bag. Okay, just to be real. Okay, but Laura continued with, Elon Musk also just canceled all my subscriptions and sent a message to all my subscribers saying, Laura Loomer deactivated her subscriptions as a way to demonetize me. That's a lie. I didn't do it. Why would I cancel my own subscriptions? This is Elon Musk retaliating against me for speaking truth. Elon Musk is a free speech fraud. Big tech just doesn't want to be held accountable. What am I guilty of? Supporting Trump's own policy of banning H-1B visas and fighting for American tech workers. Trump, Elon wants to attack your loyalists. This is unacceptable. She also now is claiming see, the thing is, I think she had like a really good premise, but she had to make like another 30 tweets. So she's like, I didn't change my profile picture. That's a lie by X to cover up the fact they just nuked the check mark on my account and my subscriptions because I dared criticize H-1B visas today. My profile pic has been the same for months. Me and my sweet dog I rescued from China. Which, just so we're clear, this dog is ugly as fuck, dude. Like, I'm not gonna pretend. I'm sure it's a good dog, great personality, but, you know, gotta call a spade a spade. Anyways, Laura Loomer. I mean, right after Elon Musk called me a troll today, my account verification was taken away. My subscriptions were deactivated, and I was banned from being able to buy premium, even though I was already paying for premium. And this was like a response to Cernovich, all right, another right-wing freako, okay, who went ahead and said multiple accounts that never posted about H-1B are having blue checks removed. Looks like something else, not some retaliation or what others suggested, is what Cernovich was saying. But regardless, Laura Loomer has 2 more tweets. Then something happened. If they ban me for sticking up for all of you, it's been nice fighting for you, all of you, and Trump. Extras my verification, my subs, and my ability to get premium again. Nobody is more hated than he who speaks the truth. Plato. Thanks for your support, Laura Loomer. And finally, Elon Musk now admitting its retaliation. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. He said yes, so calling out mass migration is a stupid game. So much for free speech. Quite totalitarian, if you ask me. And that was in response to, yeah, just like a lot of this, her just kind of saying, oh, other people are speaking for Musk now. Oh, wait, no, Musk just validating that. Just play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Okay, there you go. Anyways, now, Cernovich was saying this is just happening to, like, all sorts of people, but there actually does seem to be, there was another thing that was gone ahead and posted by, that all said, at Conservative OG, all of our influencers have now lost verification status as well as our own page. Our brand did nothing. We spoke out against H-1B visas and it appears Elon Musk intentionally shut us down. Is this the new status quo from America's most free social platform? So, the reason I'm really bringing up most of this is because I'm going to be honest, yeah, these people shouldn't be on the internet. They shouldn't. They lie, they espouse hateful rhetoric, a lot of them end up getting charges of violence. I mean, hell, you even look at that one that was like just a piece for Destiny. She was trying to like literally drown people, right? You know, what was that, Lauren Southern? Like that was like her attempts were to block people like personally, you know, from whatever, and ended up going and, you know, creating an international incident. These are terrible people. I don't really care if they have a platform, but I absolutely do think it is very funny after years of Elon Musk just feeling real bad about the fact that he's kind of a loser, has to deal with what his rhetoric has gone ahead and caused for him. The last thing, right? And this is like this is an older story, all right, that just kind of ties a little bit of extra of it together. So a while ago, you may remember there was this guy, Adrian Dittman. He sounded like Elon, he talked like Elon, used the same verbiage as Elon, agreed with everything Elon said, basically a carbon copy of Elon, right? And some people are now going ahead and calling out the fact that it does seem in this clip, apparently to them, that this was Adrian Dittman confirming he was actually Elon, right? Anyways.
Maybe you are kind of stupid because how exactly have I said that? How exactly have I said that? Go ahead.
And this was with Lauren Loomer. So this is Adrian Dittman. And you can just tell because he kind of sounds like Elon, right?
Go ahead.
Sorry,
Go ahead. Explain to me when I said this.
I do understand I'm getting unhinged and I can talk like...
No, not me at the moment.
But listen, I get really passionate about it because I can't imagine...
Yeah, probably you should put that passion somewhere else. Into, I don't know.
I think people are still doubting that. Ruminus, I actually agree with you. I doubt it as well, but only because Adrian, I think... interrupts way more and kind of has a way higher charisma than Elon.
Informing yourself because sorry, stop muting me, by the way. What you're saying is absolute bullshit.
And mind you, this is the one thing that's really weird about this though, is the fact that he apparently got muted and then immediately got unmuted. which I don't know if that was the host, conservative, right? The ones that we read the post from earlier doing it, or like just rapid fire muting this guy, or if it was just, hey, I have a back end and you can't mute me.
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay, can tell me where exactly I said what you claimed that I said. You're putting words in my mouth.
Listen, I'll tell you something. If I go to your fucking house and tell you how you're supposed to act, and I'll call you that you racist.
When have I told you how to act? When have I done this?
You know, you're insane. You are.
You sound actually unhinged,
insane.
and I hope that you probably seek out the necessary medical attention that you need in order.
The thing is, he honestly just sounds like Chud from Apartheid. All right, like the way that he's like insulting this person, that's like kind of my bigger idea.
With this insanity because you are a threat to the fucking platform.
I've waited a long time. So let me just make my point.
You think you're superior? That's what it is.
He
I don't
doesn't.
think I'm superior to anyone. I clearly stated I have the smoothest brain on the planet.
No, you definitely think you're superior, but that's okay. The point I wanted to make.
I definitely think I'm super smooth brained, and I think I'm like the most aerodynamic thing here. You know, like those spheres that they manufacture to test like whether or not a kilogram is actually.
Yeah, look at how they keep trying to mute him, but like it doesn't stay muted. That's really, really weird.
Actually accurate. You know, the spheres of.
Like, do you notice? Like, look. So if you look at like the voice here, right? You can see it goes into like this red microphone mute for like microseconds.
And I think I'm like the most aerodynamic thing here. You know, like those spheres that they manufacture to test like whether or not a kilogram is actually accurate. You know, the spheres of silicon. That's how smooth my brain is.
Yeah, you're the UFOs over New Jersey.
It's
anyway,
so flat and such a mirror that you can see the future in it, and you don't like what you see.
Jesus Christ, you're obnoxious. All right.
What, Grackle? It's really easy for a moderator to do what? To click the mute button and then it doesn't actually mute the person? Ever? Is that it, Grackle? But anyways, I don't know. I actually don't know if it's Elon or not. I just think that was like a fun little end thing to bring it all together, right? Now, there's a bunch of other things going on, right? We have Cat Turd, all right, is arguing with people all over about this, apparently with Dan Crenshaw, you know, the one-eyed congressman. And overall, I have to say, though I really hate all of these people. I despise their policies, I despise their rhetoric, I despise their tone and how they treat other people. I think that they're vile monstrosities. I do have to say I gain absolute pleasure in watching them tear each other limb from limb. And this is the hope that I have for this country. And if you want to see more of these people tearing each other limb from limb, make sure you like and subscribe and come back for the next time. Thank you.